Hello everyone. Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're gonna do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs and symbols and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, and confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow your focus and show you something that maybe it was in the dark, maybe it was right there all along, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone, so we are all uplifted in love. We're gonna start with a little creativity today. This is the Creativity Oracle. Let's get a couple of messages for the collective. A few things that would be helpful in the energy going on right now. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. A little foundational wisdom on creativity and energy flow, direction, insight for the collective, please and thank you. Ooh, you have a seed. This is almost like a big pentacle coming through first. That's really nice. This is an idea. This means there's something that you're thinking about or an offer that came through recently that you need to actually plant down and ground into the earth, into reality, into your garden, your personal sphere around you, your personal world, and put energy into it so it can grow. Because whatever idea this is can actually bring big growth. Sometimes it's just one little plant and sometimes it's a whole freaking forest. But having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of creativity. So maybe it started with just one little project, an idea, something you did. I'm getting a closet. So maybe this is something you like half started. You kind of put it on the shelf, you put it in the closet. It could be an idea that you had and you never actually got it going with it. But one step at a time, something that you were thinking about or expressing this particular creativity that you have is going to create growth. It's going to get bigger. So it's either going to be fueled by passion. The more you do it, the more you want to do it. Or it can be something business-wise too, where maybe you just sell one painting, one photograph, one bracelet that you make, and then somebody compliments it. Somebody else asks you, hey, that was a pretty cool painting of a horse that you did. Do you think you could paint my dog? And then before you know it, something could be a side business or a brand new career for some of you. But I feel like it's fueled with this passion inside of you. It's something that you feel good when you get to do it. What's on this side? It's a peacock feather. Of course it is. And a butterfly. I mean, I know these cards all kind of look the same, but I am getting those machines. I think they're called a Cricut, but also maybe an embroidery machine. Maybe you like make patches, or you take, normal t-shirts, but you make them kind of special. There's a little Cupid here. So I feel like when the Cupid pops on through, it's like that little love arrow that kind of hits you. So it's not just passion, it's a true love that you have. This is number 15, which is a 6, which represents love. So let's get another card on seed. Another card for the collective, please and thank you. And that's what was coming through before, guys. So you have a seed, and if you were doubting yourself at all, if you're doubting that this thing that you could or are doing is gonna grow or not, it's gonna grow. So I'm getting more of a forest thing than just a one-time scenario. I feel open, willing, and proud of your desire to explore new opportunities for self-development. Now, for some of you, if you don't feel like you're that kind of, if you're not so creative, this is an opportunity that you as a person, as a soul, can actually elevate and grow. So for some of you, if this is a new job, it's not going to be a stagnant kind of job where you kind of plateau. You're going to be able to elevate in this job, in this situation. If some of you have audiences, it's you elevating and your audience growing and connecting with you. If this is a creative business, you're gonna not only have more and more creative projects and forms of expression that you're doing, you're gonna get a larger customer base. I feel like it's gonna be just the right amount that you can handle. I don't feel like you're gonna be overloaded. And if it's something that grows really, really fast, I feel like you're going to have a lot of help. You're going to have a lot of support on your side. So, if something is it starts just as, a little business or something you started doing in your, I'm getting like a little extra room or a little corner in your house, it's like I'm getting like a project table, something like that. Maybe it starts really small, but maybe it expands to the point where you have to get an office space or you have to clear out that weird bedroom and actually make that your little studio. I'm also getting like professional advice. So if it gets to the point where something is really growing, you're going to have the right people and professionals around you to help you elevate, to help you really have something that is grounded and secure. And I'm getting very organized. And I see like a plan. So maybe you have a big plan for the future, but maybe that plan grows as you grow. What's on the other side? Oh my God, guys. It's a peacock. Apparently you guys really connect to peacocks. So you get out there, strut your stuff. Show your particular beautiful form of expression, whatever it is. Whether it's how you dress, whether it's how you speak, whether it's a certain project that you have, your special talent, that thing that you just love to do. Apparently, you have to show it off a little bit more. You have, like, just makes me see Archangel Gabriel, but it has all these eyes here. So it's your particular vision that's important, but I feel like you're expressing yourself in such a unique way that you're catching the eyes of others. I can't believe out of all of these, look at how many cards are here. And the peacock came through. And you have not just a seed. I'll show you that feather too. Not just a seed, but you have something that is growing. You're growing. You're changing. You're here to discover. So maybe you're not only having self-discovery, maybe you're discovering something really, really new. It could be a new talent, a new road, a new growth. It can be like a new, I'm getting like knowledge. So maybe some of you happen to read something recently or happen to have a conversation and something sort of sparked some interest in you. So maybe you sign up for a course online or join a group. So this could be something like really, really different for you, but You kind of have the feeling that maybe you want to learn more about it. I just heard like extra, read all about it. So maybe it's something that you read, or maybe you're a writer, or you get an idea from something you see like in a paper or a magazine, or maybe like, you know, your feed on your phone, something like that. Extra. Yeah, that's what I see. So I'm gonna throw that out there. Maybe that's important to some of you. You also have the 15 and the 19. So the 19 is a 10, which is completion, completing a chapter. The I am energy magnified. I also think of the sun, the warmth of the sun, being yourself, your true self, feeling really, really good in your skin, feeling like a kid, being proud of yourself. I feel like you should be proud of yourself. I see you standing up taller and taller. I mean, that could be actually doing that. Maybe, you know, getting like back stretches or something like that, but that could be metaphorical as well. I know this is weird, but I'm getting that maybe some of you actually have some children that are going through a growth spurt. Like, you know, when you go away for like a summer vacation and then you came back and like half of your class was like a foot taller in a couple of months. I'm kind of seeing that with these two. So maybe some of you have a kid that's, you know, kind of in those years where all of a sudden they're growing really tall. That's the message that came through. So maybe they're eating a lot. All of a sudden you're having to buy some extra stuff in the store. Another card for the collective, clarity on seed and growth. Please and thank you. Flash. Wow. So this could be something that you've been thinking about a long time, but it looks like there is something that's going to come through that's going to happen really fast. This is kind of like that lightning energy, and it's a hummingbird. I think I just put my hummingbird up to, oh, wow, there's so much synchronicity in this huge deck. This is just cool. I'm just cool. The synchronicity within these cards came through right away. So maybe you really connect to a hummingbird. There's also the sunshine here and a rose. The hummingbird can fly so fast. They're so cool. It always makes me think of nectar. It says a creative flash of inspiration will come to you and quickly give you the perfect solution. And that's number 19. These are all almost like major arcana numbers. And the 15 would be the devil, which is usually facing your fears, releasing things that aren't working, like breaking out of the chains, breaking out of the cage, sometimes putting a little passion in there. But this creative flash, I feel like it's going to either be one big idea, or this growth is going to happen really fast, or you getting in the way of, you know, thinking something wasn't going to grow, or possible situations that came through that were like hurdles and roadblocks are all going to kind of fall down. You're going to like really figure out how to maneuver through a situation, to jump over those hurdles, to have the perfect solution. Sometimes it's like when you lose your glasses and they're right in front of you, which makes me think, I don't think I have my glasses here right now, and I don't think they're in front of me, but I have this big boy here, so it is what it is. So maybe the solution was right in front of you all along, or the right help was right there, or it just took that one awesome conversation where it's like, phew, why didn't I think of that before? I'm kind of getting how something can be easier than however you tried to do it before. And then you got the hummingbird. That's so cool. All right, let's see what at the bottom. All right, this is coming through. So maybe this is important for you guys. You actually have secrets at the bottom. So it says conceal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. So this could be, for some of you, something that's a really like big idea, like invention, or, you know, something that maybe is really different in your life. So most people don't even know this about you. So maybe you have to keep something kind of under wraps, close to your chest for a little while until you get your ducks in order. I do feel like you're gonna have discernment who the right people are to trust. So really feel that out. Maybe not release all of your ideas right away. I'm getting like, get your paperwork in order first. Conceal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. But you're going to connect to those who really see that truth inside of you. So I don't think there's anything to worry about here. I just think that you need to sort of play your cards right. We'll get more clarity on this. Secrets, seal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. This is number 23, so that's a 5. It means that something is going to change. I feel like maybe you have some people around you who don't understand the growth that is happening, or these big changes that are happening in your life, and that's okay. Not everyone is going to get us. So if you have to do something just kind of like, you know, in your room, in your house, on your own for a little while before you really get something moving, then just do your own thing for a little while. Eventually you're gonna see how you can branch out, whom to branch out to, and when to do the big reveal. That's kind of what I'm getting. I see like a art gallery opening. So it's kind of like you don't want to show everyone all of the paintings because it's not going to be a surprise when you actually reveal something. And I'm getting that even if you have some people who may not understand this other facet of you, when they see the bigger picture, or when, you know, those doors open, when that, I'm getting a gallery, when that thing is presented, I just see like mouths dropping, like you're going to really surprise people. So that's what I see. I hope that made sense. I don't think all of you are doing something with an art gallery, but it's like your big reveal, whatever that is. So let's get one of these, the soul, and it just gave me the goosies on my arms and on my legs. So whatever I just said is probably really important to someone. Let's do the soul's journey, lesson cards, clarity on secrets, flash, growth, and seed. One card for the collective, please, and thank you. Wow, look at you guys, are amazing. You guys are so amazing. Look at this. If you didn't believe that first time when it came through and I said it, and then it came out again to tell you something's going to grow, it's coming around a third time. So there is going to be growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So however this growth is coming through in your world, whether it's just internal growth, whether it is spiritual growth, whether it is a kid actually growing, whether it is your business expanding, whether it's your passion that's growing to start to do something more and more, whether it's maybe like multitasking, doing many different projects at once. Maybe you're sticking to, you know, the job that you've always had for a while, but you're adding a couple extra layers of things that you're doing on the side. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I see like, I see a, like, I hear family. So there could be like a growth in your family, maybe a marriage, maybe a new child coming in, but I'm getting more that this is a soul family. So it could be, you know, friendships, but people that really do connect to whom you really are, which is pretty amazing. I see like your tribe, your pack, your peeps. I just see like a big crowd and everyone is smiling. So maybe you're even in an, like a, fine, an entertainer, a musician, a comedian. You do some kind of presentations. You know, you speak in front of a group. I'm kind of getting that it doesn't even matter what subject it is. It's just something that's important to you. I'll show you this again because it's amazeballs. Okay. And then sometimes I put these down and sometimes I don't think and I just put them up. So another message that's coming through is courage. Find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So as you grow, I think your confidence is going to grow too. You're going to feel more comfortable in your own skin. But if at any point during this journey, you know, your creativity, if something doesn't go according to plan, if you mess up on something, if something doesn't go right, if you have to like go around a hurdle or a big hurdle comes in, it's okay. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. Just don't get in your own way. Don't get, you know, so wrapped up in a particular situation in your head or have fear of success or, yeah, I'm kind of getting that like everything is going to go really well. Just don't stop yourself. Allow yourself that grace and freedom to be human and mess up and be creative and just try it again. And I feel like eventually I'm getting catch. Like you're gonna get your catch. Like there's something specific. It's gonna come in a flash. That's gonna be like catch. I see catch. So maybe more and more people will catch on to this eventually. Yeah, I see like an actual fishing net. So maybe you were like trying to fish and like nothing was in there, nothing's in there. And then maybe it's like one fish. And then I actually see like lobster. I see like lobsters or maybe like crabs, something like that. So maybe you're a Cancer. Maybe you live in Maine. Maybe you like lobster. I'm not sure why I see that, but maybe you own a restaurant or you do something with food, like seafood. I don't know. That's what I see. So hopefully that's important to someone. But finding the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Let's continue. Now I'm not sure what to pull though. Let's see. Should we go to the tarot? I kind of wanted another oracle card, but I'm not sure what I brought out now. Let's do the weird one. This is the luck information. So let's get a little information, a little luck on what's going on with this creativity, growth, courage, a creative flash, solutions, putting your energy into something. When I think of a garden, I think of it being something that you have to do every day, or at least have an awareness of. So if there's a day you cannot put energy into something, that's okay, because there's always seasons of growth. But you have to kind of pay attention. If the sun's out, you know, that's cool. If it rained that day, you don't need to hose down the garden. You kind of have to be flexible in the situation. I'm also getting that your energy needs to be balanced every day. So if you need a day off, take a day off. If you're feeling this burst of creativity and you feel like you have the energy of a freaking hummingbird one day, go for it. Sometimes it just starts with one thing. I always do feel like that first step is sometimes the hardest, but I'm getting that kind of energy. I mean, the best example I can think of is when you have a big old messy house and it's kind of overwhelming. And sometimes it's just picking a small corner, one little thing, just that's the goal. But once you get on a roll, before you know it, the whole house could be done. So I'm kind of getting that, but with something creative and or something you're doing in business and or something that you're learning, a little bit like a rabbit hole situation. You know, you get a little idea and then you're like, ooh, that's kind of cool. And you watch another video, you're like, that's kind of cool. Then you get a book and then you get a notebook and you start taking notes. Then you start looking up other things on the Google, you know, and then you're like, oh, I have a person I know that I could call. I think they might know more about that. And then you have a conversation and then you have more ideas. And then before you know it, ... That's kind of what I'm getting. That also gave me the goosies down the leg. So let's get a couple random messages from the luck information. By the way, when I said something about not being afraid of messing up, making mistakes, this weird ass oracle deck has like typos. It's very strange. The messages don't go with each other. And I actually find the typos to be so amusing. Like, it actually makes me happy to pull the cards because they're like, they're kind of weird. So, I mean, maybe if you have an actual project and, you know, you're getting published for something, do your due diligence and maybe, you know, make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, you know, look something over so it does look professional. But if it's something of spur of the moment situation and you are in front of an audience, just go with it. Sometimes the best moments are the funny, weird situations that you didn't plan. And if it's something that's an actual creative project, just think of Bob Ross. I love that. He always has like a weird line or something he did, and he's like, it's supposed to be a tree. I guess I'm going to make that a tree. Just kind of go with it. Sometimes the mess ups make you like push you. They give you friction to think outside the box. So instead of just stopping with something, think outside the box. How can you make it look like you meant to do that the whole time? So let's get a card or two. See what comes through for the collective. It's like creative energy today. What's that? Obsessed and hug your lover. All right. So random message coming through. But the obsessed energy, I will say, if we're just going by numerology, no, where is it? Yeah, and having the 15, sometimes that devil energy can be obsession. Like doing something a little bit too much. And that brings me back to that balance energy that I was seeing. So if you are getting obsessed with a solution, obsessed with your creation, obsessed with it being a certain way, perhaps obsessed with a certain person, where it's so overwhelming your thoughts and then your energy and then your body and then your actual day-to-day things that you're doing that you're not putting your attention where it actually should be to create balance, then just address it, see it, you know, try to have some consciousness to make some changes. If this is just a situation as a side message that's coming through and you have some love that's entered into your life, this card doesn't make me feel like it's a heavy or tied down kind of obsession. It actually looks pretty beautiful. I mean, look at this couple. And it says, hug your lover. I feel like whoever is your person, or maybe your chosen family, your family, your friends, I feel like they're going to be very proud of you. And when I see this, I feel like they're going to be really into whatever you're creating here, or just into this new growth that's changed your energy completely. I'm also getting that if it's just like a friendship or people that you hang out with, someone you really care about, whatever energy is going on with this new growth, I feel like it's like actually sparking new ideas of, I'm getting like cool things you can do with a friend or whoever you're thinking about, your lover, your honey, your children, maybe new ideas at work. Hug your lover. That's really sweet. They're actually like wrapped up in a blanket together. It makes me think of a picnic. So maybe you're going on a picnic. Let's get another card. Clarity for obsessed and hug your lover. Oh, I just thought of the weirdest song, guys. It can really tell my age sometimes. This is an old one. I think it's, oh my God, I can't even believe I'm a little embarrassed that I had this CD. I'm a little embarrassed. But I had the CD of Bouche. So there was a song, I just remember it was very big on the radio at the time. I don't even know the year, 96, 97. And it was Bouche, Be My Lover. Ah, yay, gonna be my lover. I can't believe that just came out. But we have Pios and Pray that popped out. So this is really nice. This is having devotion to something, which is kind of cool. I mean, I will say here, it's being devoted to your project, devoted to your faith, devoted to your partner, devoted to your cause, devoted to your new path and your growth, connecting with, you know, your higher self and God, spirit. It's like warming your soul, uplifting your energy. It could also be that you have real devoted people to help you in your situation. It's like community, communion. And then the message here is also pray, which sometimes, you know, we have great faith, but we actually get into our day or we go through something, but if we need help, it's really easy sometimes to just forget to ask. Some people are really, really good. They're very devoted and they pray every day, they meditate, they are connected all the time. But every once in a while, or some people, it's easy to forget. So if you forget, and sometimes if you forget for a long time, it's kind of like when you go away and you ignore something for a long time, the longer that time gets, the easier it is to ignore it. So sometimes that first step, that's kind of what I'm getting here, is the hardest. But prayer doesn't have to be anything huge. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Talk to God, source, whatever you have faith in. You know, whatever you connect to, the universe, your higher self. And just talk. It doesn't have to be anything formal. Just be yourself. You know, if God and your angels and your spirit guides and archangels are there, they've seen you. They've seen you go to the bathroom. They've seen you be in every kind of state of emotional whatever. They've seen you fall down. They've seen you rise up. So just be yourself, whatever that is, and just ask for help. Sometimes it's just something really simple. And sometimes when we pray, it's because we're at that stage where it's so, so dark and things are just, you know, unbelievable, that all you can do is just fall down on your knees and call to the divine for help. And sometimes it's something really simple, and it's just, hey, not sure where to go here. Can you give me a little inspiration? You know, can you give me a little bit of clarity? Guide me a little bit, and then just allow it. Release your energy. Allow that prayer to go out there. Let go. Let God. And when the answer comes through, you're going to know. You're going to feel it because it's always something really personal for you. So I'm also getting that this prayer might be a prayer of thanks for most of you. Even if it starts out as a prayer of, hey, I need a little help, a little inspiration, a little direction, I feel like it's going to very quickly be like, thank you. I just want to thank you. It's going to be a thankful prayer. So let's get one more card. For the collective on Pios. Obsess, hugging your lover. I can't believe La Bouche came through in this reading. It's such a weird song. Oh, I am getting, now looking at secrets and thinking about that time, I'm getting a little Toni coming through. Toni Braxton just snuck on through. So it was her Secrets album. The first song I think of is How Could an Angel Break My Heart? I don't know if that has anything to do with this reading, but that's the song I thought of first. And then Come On Over. So Toni, hey, look at you, you sexy lady, talented, amazing voice. You're coming through for the collective in this reading. All right, let's see. Clarity for the collective. Just come on over here and I will take care of your every need. 'Cause I've got love to give to you. That one, I don't know if you know the song, but it is a good song. Sorry when I jumped out in the song, guys. All right, well, if nothing else is popping out, we're going to move to the tarot. Are there any other messages? One more time through. If not, then that was all that was meant to come out. I'm going to put these down. We're going to move along. Let's do something totally different. This is the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot. It's kind of interesting because they do remind me a little bit of like the collage energy on these cards. So maybe you do something with a collage, or maybe if all of this inspiration is just you and your business and your, you know, it's like a company or something like that. Maybe it's you getting creative on a vision board. Kind of something like that. And some of you may do something where it doesn't even need pictures. Maybe it's just quotes. You know, your own personal affirmations, messages of inspiration. Let's get some clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Picture of the energy going on. What do they need to know? About hugging your lover. Pios. Prayers being answered. Feeling really amazing from all of this growth and the courage. I feel like, no, maybe you've been building up that courage for a while. Maybe taking that first step is the hardest, but once you do, I don't know why I see this. Like I see a lion. And I see like that first step, and I see like your mane getting bigger and bigger. So maybe you're a Leo, or it's that Leo energy coming through. It could also be that August, you know, like end of July, August time is important. Maybe something particular happens then, or that's when this growth spurt really gets going. Maybe that's when the big reveal happens. One card for the collective, please. Well, you're getting like the courage I was just talking about is kind of the same message here. It says I lifted this up to show you the card. So I'll show you quick what's underneath. I feel like when I see a card, I should show it to you. And it says, I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path. So we're going to throw that message in there. You're following the happy path, your own happiness, your personal joy. And this says freedom from fear. It's the Knight of Coins. I actually really like the Knight of Coins. So something could be a step-by-step process. It might not be this huge growth spurt all at once. Maybe it's going to be like, you know, a little bit and then a plateau, and then a little bit and then a plateau. However, you know, these currents work in your situation. Just go with the flow. I mean, this person is literally like on a boat, but it looks like you have a big old motor here. So you are going to be able to push your way through a situation to go upstream if you need to. I like the globe here. So maybe some of you are traveling somewhere in the world. You're making plans that expand whatever you're doing amongst the world, a wider customer base, a wider audience. You going on some cool adventures somewhere in the world. And then you have all these books here, but I see them as encyclopedias. They look like information, or like, I don't know, really cool old novels. What is this? It kind of looks like an ancient coin here. Maybe you collect coins, or you find like a really old penny, or you collect stamps or coins or something like that from other countries. Maybe you make jewelry out of ancient coins. It doesn't look like a typical pentacle. Maybe some of you have a boat. You actually do go fishing. I mean, when you go fishing, maybe I did see didn't I see a fishing net before? So maybe fishing is important, or maybe that's the metaphor. I feel like part of fishing is the chilling, like the chillaxing part of it. You have to be patient. You know, if you're fly fishing, it's about like the art, exploring the stream, understanding the different landscapes of the, like, I'm getting like a stream or a river, and where the trout can hide, the time of day that they move, the weather, the bugs, you know, if it's rain, all that stuff. I don't know that much about fly fishing, but that's kind of what I'm getting with you guys right now. But even if it's just being on a fishing boat out there in the lake or out in the ocean, you know, sometimes you have to like wait for your catch. You know, sometimes it's a tiny little minnow, and it could be the big boy, the big fish that you get. Maybe you have a great catch one day. Maybe it's just not the right weather another day. This is usually it's usually a earth sign. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus doesn't have to be. This night does always reach the finish line. If this is a person coming into your world to help you, or this is your partner, or this is your lover, this is somebody with a solid offer. They don't just want to tell you they're going to be on board. They want to be on your boat with you. They're going to stick around. They're going to do the work. They want to actually have experiences and manifest their actual physical world. It's not just talking about ideas. It's not just the creative passions. It's not just all about the love. It's getting to work to make it happen. So if this is just advice for you, it's kind of telling you to start getting to work, make a plan, be consistent. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. Maybe have small goals. You could have a big goal, but adjust yourself on your way to that big goal, because anything can happen on that amazeballs ride on your way. And, you know, the one, I want to say the one annoying thing about this night is sometimes you actually don't see how hard he or she is working. Sometimes they're taking a rest. They're taking off for the weekend. You don't think they're getting any work done. They might not be, but when they go back to work, they will get it done. So sometimes you don't actually know that this night is moving. If this is somebody like working their way towards you that you're thinking about, and you think that they're not doing anything, they're not taking any action, that's not true. They're probably doing a lot of planning and figuring a lot of stuff out, so they have their ducks in a row. But if you're being considered in something, you're being considered. I don't even quite know what I just said, so I hope that was important. But it says, what is it? Oh, I need to take out this guy here. My eyeball looks so weird. I don't even know if you can see it. Get over here. Let's see. It says, a doctor shows you how to find freedom from fear. Maybe some of you do something in the medical field. I don't think this is that related to the reading, but I did just hear a second opinion. So maybe if you got advice from somebody in a professional situation and you feel like you're not sure, get a second opinion. That was kind of a random message that came through. I don't really see any other words. The book millions have long needed. That's the only other part I can see. Or maybe some of you write a book, or you read a really amazing book, or you listen to a book. You're inspired by maybe somebody else. Maybe in the same field you're thinking about, and or something totally different. I'm kind of getting like motivational speeches with that. Also, it does look like this person is moving away from something. So you could be moving away from certain things that didn't work. Maybe those were those obstacles, or a certain way of doing something. Going a new direction somewhere. Let's see. What is this? I put this up right. So you do have secrets, and then you have the moon here. That's kind of the same thing. So it might be, maybe this is like a secret desire that you've had for a long time. It could be that you had to have some courage to admit it to yourself and or somebody specific, that this is something that you really want to. Hold on, I have so many cards here, guys. This is something like a seed that you really want to plant, because you really want to see something grow, because it really, really makes you happy. And then you're discovering the more you do something, the happier you are, the more courage you have to make some big changes. And when the moon comes through, it's usually that there was something underneath the surface. There was some kind of emotional situation, or something that you either couldn't see before, or you were repressing something, or it felt like something you didn't want to face. Usually I see the moon as not wanting to face something that seems so scary to walk in the woods and see those crazy shadows over there. But when you see it in the daylight, it's just a damn bush. It's not really that scary. It's just not the illusion of not being able to see something clearly did feel scary at the time. So when something finally does come to light, when something is revealed, when a truth comes to light, and you start to see something, maybe how it manifests in your life, I'm kind of getting a little fear of success with that. So maybe some of you are actually scared to grow, or fear of success. And that can be scary because it's going to create a lot of changes that you have to think about. Maybe changes in your everyday world, maybe things that you're really used to. But the moon, I mean, that's such a big energy. It's being really intuitive, you know? So if you do have to keep something under wraps for a little while, use your intuition. You'll feel the right paths, you know, the right places where you can let something out or not, trust somebody or not. I would say if this is coming through and somebody comes through, even if it's nothing to do with this, but somebody trusts you with a secret that they have, that means because they told you because they trust you. So keep their secret. What is here? It has this woman doing her hair and a random, I don't know what that is. It's kind of like plaid. It makes me think of like a plaid shirt. And then this looks like 2 falcons. I don't know why I almost see roadkill here. So maybe you see an interesting, I mean, I'm kind of getting if you see maybe a crow or an eagle, a falcon, a weird bird on the side of the road, like this kind of gross, but if you see them eating some like roadkill or something like that, maybe that's a little sign. But that also makes me think of the cycle of life. You know, sometimes if there's an overpopulation of a particular, you know, species in an area, then I'll also say if this is coming through, do drive the speed limit, do wear your seatbelt, do drive carefully, so that if there's a deer or something random that comes in, that you are okay and you know you are safe. So if you feel like you have to rush somewhere, maybe just don't rush, take your time. But I'm getting more that you kind of see some roadkill. But I mean, when something is there, if it's I don't know, I'm kind of seeing like an opossum or something like that. I mean, it's really sad. It does make me sad when I see that. But then it also provides, you know, food for other animals. You know, it's all the balance of nature. I am not sure what I just said or why I saw that, but maybe that's helpful for some of you. The moon. So we're going to take this. I don't even know how long this reading is. Let's get one more card. Clarity on the moon and the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Coins. The Knight is not yet the king, but it's not a page. So this usually means there's action being taken upon a certain situation. Perhaps you're taking action, or someone is involved with something you're doing, or taking action towards you. In some cases, maybe away from you. But, you know, if this has to do with people around you that aren't getting who you are, those dynamics and relationships are going to probably just fall away naturally, and or they could be doors that you do have to shut if someone's actually draining your energy or taking away where you're. She's really loud. Before I pull this, I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. My apologies for the interruption, guys. That was my mom. She wanted to know if I wanted some eggs from the local farmer. So let's continue. I'm going to get one more card to sum up this reading. The Knight of Coins, the Moon. One more card for the collective, please and thank you. And this newfound courage, this growth, happiness, creative expression coming on through, and whatever it is that you are into. And then we have, oh, well, all right. So someone's not just going to be the Knight of Coins. It's going to be the King. So that's growth. That's really cool. So maybe somebody is just getting into an experience. This could be the person you're thinking about. but somebody's gonna like earn their crown here, to really be experienced in a situation, to really have that energy to manifest in your everyday world, so you actually see these growths. When pentacles come through, it's your home, it's your family, it's your children, it's your car, it's your finances, it's your projects, it's everything that you are here in this 3D world doing. But this manifestation energy is coming from this growth that you're having, from this spiritual energy that you're exuding, this change in you. He does have a, it's not just a little crown, it's you're literally in this huge crown. Maybe you feel like this crown doesn't fit, but it does. There's another one of these old coins too. I feel like that's really important for some of you, and it is a pendant here. It makes me think of I have some old New York City subway tokens, the ones that still had the holes in the middle before they, you know, before we had the Metro card. And I actually used to put them on my necklace. I did find when I wore those particular tokens that I had very, very weird subway dreams at night. Every once in a while I still do have subway dreams, but I felt like they were more vivid when I had that on. There's like a cornucopia here. There's like all kinds of fruits, a peach, a pine cone. Ooh, that's cool. It makes me think of the pineal gland, your third eye. So this king is tapping into his or her third eye. It also does look like a bunch of pennies. So maybe coins are important for you guys. I kind of like how he's sitting. He's like thinking. So he's not overly stressed or overly worked here. This King of Pentacles is kind of in deep thought, contemplation, relaxation. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. This is somebody who makes plans and sees it through. Just so we look at this both ways, if this king is upside down, all of this wealth and all of this energy and work and time and dedication that he or she is doing is probably for selfish means. It's just to have more and more and more stuff. It's too in the 3D world. It's too much in the ego. It's not considering the growth or maybe others in his or her environment. And it's like you can have all this stuff in the world, but if you're not enjoying it and you're not having happiness in your everyday life, what good is all the stuff? What good is the big house? What good is that, you know, beautiful boat you have in the garage if you never get out on it and go fishing? But upright, this king could be somebody advice to you, or the energy you have, somebody you're working with. It's just you has the experience or is getting it since you're growing here to really, really bring some beautiful blessings in your everyday actual world. What's at the bottom? The Page of Coins. Wow. That's really cool. So you got the page, you got the knight, you got the king, you got growth times 2, and I think I said it before, 3 with that seed. You really are having some flash of inspiration, the courage to keep moving, the courage to be able to, you know, I mean, these kind of came through out of order. So maybe something comes through out of order. Maybe it's not A, B, C, D. Maybe this goal, this road is not going to go exactly according to plan. That's okay. The page could be a message. The page could be you really just starting something and feeling really new. Look at his awesome hairdo. I want to say the pompadour style is really going on with this guy or girl. That look can kind of rock no matter, feminine or masculine. Now I just had Elvis come through. I'm not getting like a particular song. I just see him on stage. Elvis song. If I can't think, if one doesn't pop out here in particular, then I'll put one below. Yeah, no, I'm not really getting any specific Elvis song. Elvis. Why can't I think of an Elvis song? He has so many. I actually hear Suspicious Minds. So maybe Suspicious Minds? I'll put that song below. If that's the song coming through, maybe that's meant to come through. Or maybe it's just, I actually think of Black Velvet now, which is not an Elvis song, but that's Alannah Myles. But it's about Elvis. Side tip from Ultraviolet Dove. That's one of those songs like you hear so many times and you don't get what it's about until you know what it's about, and all of a sudden the song is totally different. Like, what, it's about Elvis? Like Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell, Jimmy Rogers and the Something Up High, Mama's Babies in the heart of every schoolgirl, Love 'em Tender. I'll put that song below. Leaves 'em crying in the aisles. Maybe you connect to Elvis. But again, you have all these books, so you have to really dive into the knowledge on something. Start to make some solid plans with something. Be willing to grow. Be willing to expand. Be willing to learn. You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Be willing to have many chapters in this growth that you're having in your U book. Be willing to put something back on the shelf if that chapter is closed, to open up something new, start fresh. You don't know what's going to happen yet in that story to come. But this could also be, because it's a page, a message. It's usually the bookworm energy, the teacher's pet. They want to know more, even if they don't know something about it yet. So this could be somebody younger actually getting on board with your situation, being helpful. I'm kind of getting like a little apprentice, or I hear associate. So maybe an associate. And I see like a secretary. So I'm not sure why I see that. Maybe you're getting help. Maybe you have a secretary or you're a secretary. That's kind of what I see. I also kind of see like I want to see like a firm here, like a law firm or a library, or like some kind of office where you have a meeting with somebody and they have a lot of books on the shelf. So maybe that means something to you. But since we have all this growth here and connections that kind of came through in this reading, the page, the knight, and the king, you don't really have that much feminine energy unless you really consider this moon, which is a lot of feminine energy. I mean, it is the moon. It's the goddess of the moon. It's the color silver. It's the ebb and the flow that happens in the entire ocean because of this energy. So go with the ebb and the flow of situations. Ride with every emotional, cycle that comes through. And I hope somehow this reading was helpful for you guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. I feel so blessed that you're here with me. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.